Hello, good evening. So this is one of the reading that we did today. So I'm just recording it. And we read today Ants, World of Insects by Emily K. Green. And today we started our lesson on ants. So let's see. We're going to look at what it says, the table of contents. What is an ant? How does an ant look? What do ants eat? Ant homes and ants at work. And then we have glossary, okay? So what are ants? Ants are busy insects, so we know that ants are insects, right? And all insects have 6 legs, 3 body parts, the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. We also know that they have antennas. Remember, they use antennas or feelers, what they're called. And let's see, it says that ants can be many colors. Most ants are black, brown, or red. Ants have smooth bodies, so as you can see, this one is a black ant and then the other one is a brown ant, and we have seen red ants also. It says ants have a skinny waist, and you can see that it's pointing right there to the waist, and you can tell the head, where the head is with the antennas, the eyes. Next comes the thorax, so in the thorax is where all the legs are at, and then the abdomen is the bottom part, okay? And ants have antennas. Their antennas are able to bend. Ants use their antennas to touch and smell. So remember, we said that they're using their antennas to touch and smell, right? They're not like us. We use our nose to smell and our hands to touch, right? So their senses are different than ours. They use a different body part. All ants have 6 legs, so just like we spoke about, all insects are going to have 6 legs. So ants are definitely insects, and each of their legs has a sharp claw at the end, right? So we also learned about this from the ladybugs. Ladybugs' legs also have little claws at the end. Remember, it's just for them to better crawl and grab their food. And these ants, they have something else too. Ants have strong jaws. So you can see their jaws right there, right? It's so they could eat their food. Ants use their jaws to eat. Most ants eat plants or other insects. So as you can see right there, the ant, that's a red ant. It's eating another insect and it's using its jaws to do so. Ants also use their jaws. Their jaws are very important. They use their jaws to dig. So most ants dig a nest under the ground, okay? So they're using their jaws to dig as well. So not only are they using them to eat, but it's also for digging. Ants dig tunnels and rooms in their nest. So you can see all these black ants, they're working together to dig tunnels, right? So that way they have room for their nest. That way when their babies when they have eggs, they're nice and safe. Many ants make a mound on top of their nest. So you can see they make a little mound. They make a little opening at the top. Ants live in a group called a colony. So that's why we see a lot of ants always together, because they're always together in a colony looking for food. And this is a very interesting thing that we learned today, and a lot of you were so surprised. So every colony is going to have a queen. Okay, and the queen is the female ant, right? The girl ant. The queen is bigger than the other ants. So whenever you see a bigger ant, it's always going to be, that is the queen. So that's the queen of the colony. And the queen is the only one who's going to be laying the eggs. All right? So ants leave the nest to find food, and they walk in a line. So normally we'll see them, they're walking in a line. Ants work together to carry food back to the nest, because that's their job. Their job is to carry and look for food. Ants are very strong. They're very strong insects. They can carry objects that weigh more than they do. And it says good work. And that was the end of our story. So that was ants. It gives us a little bit of information of what they are, how they look like, what they do. So antennas, we already know, are the long, thin feelers on the insect's head. Claws are the sharp pinchers at the end of their legs. Colony is a group of ants that live together. And usually in a colony, they could have just a few ants, or it could be a lot of ants, okay? Insects, we already know it's a kind of animal that has hard body. Most insects have 2 antennas, 6 legs, 2 or 4 wings. Ants don't have wings, but it's still an insect, okay? And don't forget that we spoke about at the beginning when we were introducing insects in general, we said that not all insects are going to have wings, okay? Some are and some aren't. Jaws are the sharp pinchers at the front of the ant's head. A mound is a pile of sand or dirt that's at the opening of an ant's nest. The queen, like we mentioned before, is a female ant, and the queen is usually the largest ant of the colony and the only one who will have the babies. And the waist is just a skinny place in the middle of an ant's body. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is our reading, and tomorrow we're gonna have more readings, more activities, and I hope you guys have an amazing evening and an amazing night. Bye.